What up, guys? It's another recap video. Back at it at the laundromat, washing a bunch of stuff that I'll be taking out to the shops actually today, because today's Sunday, and then a few items that I'll be taking out throughout the week, a few items for eBay. I'm washing around $2,000 worth of resale value of items. So let's get to it. Starting out, we got the vintage Raiders shirt. This is a 90s joint. This is about 25 bucks to one of the shops. We got a Wrangler denim vest, another 25 bucks, nothing crazy on that one. It's a cool Sturgis shirt, 2006. It does have a couple stains on it, which depreciates it a little bit, but it does have the cool sleeve hits on the mountain tag, probably around 25 bucks still, even with the spots on it, because it's got the good back graphic. So that should be an easy sell. This is the vintage H-Bar C. Some of these can go really good. This one's nothing crazy, so probably around 25. Vintage Hawaiian shirt. Looks like it has stains on it, but that's just the coloring of the shirt. Tory Richard. Probably another 25 bucks on this one. Harley Davidson button up. Another 25, 26 bucks on that one. Vintage Notre Dame denim button up shirt. This will go out to the shop probably around 28. Vintage sweatshirt, Australia, bunch of different places there. This will go out for around 25, 28 bucks. The vintage Gramici quarter zip sweater, probably around 30 bucks for this one at the shop. Dallas Cowboys sweatshirt, Reebok, good for 30 bucks. Vintage Hummingbird sweatshirt. Does have a few tiny spots, which kind of hurts the value a little bit, so it'll go for a little bit cheaper, probably in like the low 20 range, but I still think it'll move because it's got a cool graphic. Another vintage Hawaiian shirt. It is missing the bottom button, but it's a vintage O'Neill, so I still think it'll sell. I'm going to price it at around like 24 bucks. This is just a chill little vintage graphic tee, nothing crazy. This is one of those like $15, $16 tees that maybe will sell, maybe won't. This is a Y2K Old Navy. It does have the horizontal stripe, which sells good for me. You see the date on the inside tag. It's actually faded, but this one should be good for about 26, 27 bucks. Vintage Mickey. Does have a tiny little spot, but should still be good for about 25, 26 bucks. Got the Y2K Anchor Blue. Good surfwear type brand that's selling good right now. Probably around 18 bucks for that. Chill little vintage sweater. This one's nothing crazy. It's kind of out of season for sweaters, but they still move for me, so probably around 25 bucks for this one. This is the Faraday short sleeve button up shirt, probably around 25 bucks as well. That's good for eBay. This one's a cool little vintage sweatshirt. It's got the owls on it. This will sell for sure. Probably around 30 bucks. Just sort of quirky animal print type things seem to do really well at the shops. So that was a good pickup. Vintage Nautica t-shirt. Probably around 18 bucks. Yellowstone tee. This one probably like 16 maybe. Nothing crazy. Single stitch, but this one's dope. Gecko Hawaii 90s joint. This should be good for around like 25 bucks. That'll go to the shop as well. Palm Angels tee. There's one of the exact same ones that sold on eBay for 42 bucks. So that's a good little eBay joint. Even if I get 30 bucks, it's chill because I think I only paid like 5 bucks for it. Palm Angels. So I'm pretty sure it's legit. I think I'll get at least 30 bucks, 30 to 40 bucks. It's got the back hit. Decent little eBay one. Vintage Quicksilver pocket tee. This one's super sick. I'll get at least 30 bucks for this. This is a good one, good striped one, good trending brand. Got the Adidas DC United tee. I think it's like an early 2000s Adidas, maybe late 90s one. I think around 30 bucks maybe for eBay on that one. Vintage camo t-shirt, nothing crazy on this. Little pocket tee, probably like 16 bucks. Vintage Reebok windbreaker jacket. This type I usually throw out at the shops for like 25 bucks. It's a 2000 stripe short sleeve button up. It's nothing crazy. It's kind of like one of those department store brands. But this style does move for me for like the low 20s, so I'll throw that out. Another little vintage tee. Probably like 20 bucks for this one on the Hanes. Got the Fjall Raven button-up shirt, flannel shirt, probably around 30 bucks for this one. This one will go on eBay. This one's sick, Polo Jeans Company. A little vintage one, Y2K style. Should be able to get in the 30 to 40 range on this one. This one I'll just throw out at the shop. Another vintage flannel, Big Mac. Probably around 28 to 30 bucks for this one. It's a little local joint, Moab. Vintage t-shirt on the anvil tag. Does have a good back graphic. This should sell local pretty good for like 20 bucks. Striped tee, nothing crazy on this one, but the striped tees do good for me. Probably like 16. Harley Davidson t-shirt, 2006. Missing the tag, but that's all right. Good graph, 4 corners, back graphic, 20 something on that one. I think this is a Sturgis one. One-Eyed Saloon. Oh, yeah, Sturgis, South Dakota. Low 20s on that one. Dixon Pearl Snap flannel. Probably around 30 bucks, give or take, on this one on eBay. These used to go really high, but they've come down a little bit. Nothing crazy on this one, just a cool print. Cool Hawaiian style button-up shirt. Go out to the shop for like 25. Another vintage Hawaiian shirt. Another 25 bucks on this one. Another vintage Hawaiian shirt. This one's good. This one's rayon, so it's a little more smooth material. Kahala. This will probably be about 30 bucks. And one more vintage Hawaiian shirt. Well, not necessarily vintage, just on the cactus tag, but probably like 24 bucks. Good local one, University of Utah. This one probably about 30 bucks at the shop. Vintage Indiana University on the Santee tag. Another 30 bucks for that one. This is the Orla Bar or Oral Bar. It's like a golf polo. I'm thinking around like 30 to 40 bucks. This brand seems to do pretty good. Something I'm new to, but still going to try it out. Got the Seinfeld Kramer tee. It's not super old. It's like a 2010, but I still think it'll move for like 18. Big Rock. I really like this brand. They have really good quality. These aren't necessarily vintage, but every time I put these t-shirts and particularly their sweatshirts out, they always move for me. So probably around 20 bucks for that tee. Got the vintage Florida Marlins. Short sleeve shirt, probably around 20. Vintage Universal Studios on the Hanes 90s tag. Probably about 16, 17 bucks. Nothing crazy. It's a good little 2000s brand that sells no boundaries. Got the cool graphic on the front. Long sleeve. Probably around like 25, 26 bucks for that one. That'll go to the shop. Cool little vintage tee with some fish on it. Looks like someone painted it on. But sometimes this weird kind of creative, quirky stuff moves. Probably 16. Another vintage button up. This looks like it was like a handmade one. Someone made it themselves. It's got a cool print though. Elephants, nature stuff. Probably 25. Vintage fraternity jacket. Full zip. Probably nothing crazy. I didn't really like do a hardcore search on this, but probably in the 30 buck range. Maybe a little bit more. We'll see. Vintage Hard Rock. Long sleeve button up shirt. Good pink color. Good fade to it. Probably around 28 bucks for that one. Another vintage tee. Thunderbirds. Probably like 20 bucks on this one. Cool little graphic though. Camden, Maine sweatshirt. Another good pink color. This should move for about 30 bucks. Another surfwear tee. I think it says Breezin'. Yep, Breezin'. It's got a cool back graphic. Around 20 bucks for that one. A little vintage knit cardigan, women's, Eddie Bauer. Probably around like 28 bucks for this one. This one's cool. Lake Powell. It's got a good wash to it. Probably, I think I priced this probably about 40 bucks. Looks a little bit better than the other crew necks or other sweatshirts that I have. Good local joint. Utah. Another 30 bucks on the Jan Sport tag. 90s. Little Pooh Bear one. Probably like 16 or 17 bucks on the Disney tee. On the Pooh tee. Another one of those Big Rock. Another 20 bucks for that one. Cool little elk graphic. Vintage Maui and Sons. This one has a really cool back graphic too. The shark surfing. I think I put this at like 34 bucks. Vintage sweater. I'll still sell these all year round. They sell faster in the winter for 30 bucks, but still always have a few out. Sleep Token tee. These ones I think go like in like the 40 buck or so range. So even if I get 30 bucks, I only paid 5 for it. What Would Jesus Do? 90s t-shirt. Put this out for probably about 20 bucks. Another local one, Utah. Should be a good sell for around 20. 90s joint. This is a short sleeve sweatshirt. Vintage one, 90s. Probably out for maybe late 80s. Probably like 25. Got the Harrington jacket, Polo Ralph Lauren. Just a cotton one, should sell for around like 40 bucks. Another sweatshirt, Denali National Park. This one probably like 28 bucks. Another vintage button-up split, late 90s or early 2000s, probably like 24. Cool little I Love You sweatshirt. Should sell for like 28 to 30 bucks. Indiana University half zip or quarter zip on the Russell Athletic tag, probably around 30 bucks for that. Another vintage Hawaiian, well, not vintage, this is actually the Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt. The ones that are like rayon that have better designs go really well, but this particular one I'm thinking probably around 30. But Rain Spooner is a really good pickup always. Rain Spooners, particularly the Rain Spooner MLB ones. Another one of those little art tees that someone painted their flowers on or whatever. It may or may not sell for 16 bucks, but we'll throw it out. This is a cool short sleeve stripe button up. This style does really well for me, low 20s. Vintage Gotcha, 90s t-shirt. Sick back graphic, right on brand. This stuff moves really easy for me. In the 30 buck range for that one. Little vintage duck button up shirt, just got a cool print. Nothing super crazy, 25 to 30 bucks. I think this brand's pronounced Faconable. I could be wrong, I could be butchering that, but little vintage polo shirt, probably about 25. Vintage quarter zip, just a plain one, nothing crazy. Another one of those maybe will, maybe won't sell, but I'll put it at 25. March of the Seas, vintage tee, 16 bucks for that one. Nothing crazy. Moving over here, these are Buck Mason shorts. Really good brand that always sells. Different things from the brand sell better than other things, but I'm thinking I should be able to get about around 30 bucks for these. Buck Mason. So you know what to look for. Definitely grab those when you see them. Pair of cargo pants. This one didn't have a brand on it, but it has the right style, the right cut, the right fit. So I think these should be a pretty easy sell in the 30 buck range for me. Some vintage Levi's, some 501s in the 30 buck range, 30 to 40 bucks on those. Another pair of vintage Levi's, a little bit newer, early 2000s, but still at least 30 bucks for those. These ones are sick, anchor blue, vintage anchor blue, carpenter pants. These probably around 40 bucks. You can match it with that anchor blue t-shirt from earlier. These are the vintage OG 107 poplin pants. These should get around 70 bucks. These aren't anything crazy, not vintage, just the mossy oak camo pants, but these style of camo pants are still selling for me at the shops, so I'll put those out for about 30. Got a pair of vintage Arizona corduroy pants. These ones are super cool. These will go out to the shop for about 30 bucks. good fit, good straight leg. Some Levi's silver tab baggy. Probably in the 40 to 50 range on these ones. Those would be good for the shop. You can put those on eBay too if you wanted. Vintage orange tab, 517s. Orange tabs I've noticed have gone up in value on eBay a little bit, so they might get minimum $40, but maybe up to 60 or $70. Well, we'll see what happens. I might just list these on eBay, but we'll see. Either way, good pickup on those. Pair of vintage shorts. Some faded glories. I think they say to the knees. It's like a longer fit, but those should be good for the 25 to 30 buck range out of one of the shops. Another pair of vintage Levi's, some 501s. Good color on these, probably at least $40 on those ones. And one more pair of vintage. These are the Abercrombie 36 by 30. Good pair of pants, good in the 30 buck range as well. So a good amount of stuff to take out. Got this round done, and I'll be back out picking on Monday.